I lift up my eyes to the hills. From where does my help come? My help comes from the Lord, who made heaven and earth. Psalm 121, 1, 2. There are seasons when life feels like an incline, when each day tilts a little steeper and your heart does not feel ready for the climb. You wake up with a strange heaviness, a weight that didn't begin today but somehow followed you into it. Your breath is steady, but your spirit feels winded. Your mind is active, but your hope feels tired. Your feet keep moving, but your heart whispers, "Is this where I break?" This psalm speaks right into that moment, not the moment where everything is clear, but the moment where everything is heavy. I lift up my eyes to the hills. The hills are not metaphors of ease. They are metaphors of risk, of strain, of landscapes where sight fails and footsteps feel uncertain. Ancient travelers feared the hills because danger often hid in altitude. Bandits, storms, loose stones, unexpected drops. The climb was unpredictable, just like your life feels now. Your hills may not be physical, but they are every bit as real. The hill of mounting responsibilities, the hill of financial uncertainty in a shaking economy, the hill of silent anxiety that never leaves your chest, the hill of decisions that feel impossible to make, the hill of a future you cannot map anymore, the hill of exhaustion that sleep no longer fixes, the hill of holding others together while quietly falling apart yourself. And like the psalmist, you look at your own hills and ask the only honest question left: where does my help come from? It's not a question of doubt. It's a question of surrender. A question born from the soul that's tired of pretending, tired of performing strength, tired of carrying burdens alone. That question is not weakness, it is wisdom. Because the strongest people are not the ones who never grow weary, but the ones who know where to look when weariness arrives. My help comes from the Lord, not from the world's promises, which rise and fall like waves, not from distraction, which soothes but never heals, not from comparison, which steals more than it gives, not from self-reliance, which eventually collapses under its own weight. Your help comes from God, not the vague idea of God, not the distant image of God, but the God who knows your name, sees your tears, understands your pace, and measures the mountain before you ever take the first step. My help comes from the Lord means your strength is not your supply, your endurance is not your source, your willpower is not your foundation, your survival is not your burden. Your help comes from the Lord, the steady one, the sleepless one, the sovereign one, the one who stands over every hill and walks beside every climber, who made heaven and earth. This is not poetic filler. This is the anchor. If your helper made the universe, your hill is not bigger than his hand. The God who sculpted the mountains does not fear the ones you face. The God who spread out the galaxies does not panic over your tomorrow. The God who engineered the sunrise is not confused by your darkness. The God who crafted your soul is not surprised by your struggle. He does not feel overwhelmed when you feel overwhelmed. He does not lose strength when your strength grows thin. He does not run out of answers when you run out of clarity. Your help comes from the Lord, so your hill cannot command your destiny. Look at your present climb again, but this time through the psalm's eyes. Yes, the hill is steep, but the one who walks with you cannot slip. Yes, the hill is exhausting, but the one who sustains you never tires. Yes, the hill is uncertain, but the one who guides you never loses his way. Yes, the hill feels endless, but the one who strengthens you has no end. Your climb is real, but so is your helper. America today feels like an extended uphill season. People aren't merely stressed, they're stretched. People aren't merely tired, they're threadbare. People don't simply worry, they brace. Every headline feels like another incline. Every month feels more expensive. Every conversation feels heavier. Every tomorrow feels more unpredictable. We're surrounded by mental fatigue, emotional erosion, spiritual numbness, and cultural restlessness. Most people are not asking for luxury, they're asking for relief. Not asking for perfection, just for oxygen. And into a world gasping for breath, God speaks the most stabilizing truth imaginable. My help comes from the Lord. Meaning, you are not expected to navigate a chaotic world with fragile strength. You are not expected to hold yourself together when everything feels fractured. You are not expected to carry your future with trembling hands. Your help is not internal, it is divine. Not temporary, but eternal. Not limited, but limitless. Sometimes help looks like strength. Sometimes help looks like clarity. Sometimes help looks like someone sent to walk beside you. Sometimes help looks like rest, right when you are about to collapse. Sometimes help looks like opportunities you didn't earn, but got arranged. Sometimes help looks like peace that makes no rational sense. Sometimes help looks like God closing doors before you walk into harm. And sometimes help looks like the simple reminder that you are not alone in the climb. God does not observe you from a distance. He accompanies you step by step, holding what you can't hold, lifting what you can't lift, strengthening what you can't strengthen. Maybe your hill tonight isn't visible to anyone else. Maybe it's inside thoughts racing, fear tightening, memories resurfacing, insecurities whispering, the sense that you are slipping even though your feet are standing still. Hear this. God meets you not at the top of the hill, but on the way up. He does not say, "Come back when you're strong." He says, "I am with you while you're weak." He does not say, "Climb faster." He says, "Lean on me." He does not say, "Figure it out." He says, "I will guide you." He does not say, "Pretend you're fine." He says, "I see every tremble, and I am not leaving." Tonight, as the room grows softer, as the noise begins to fade, as your thoughts begin their familiar climb, lift your eyes. Say it with a slow, tired sincerity. Lord, this hill is higher than I expected. This season is heavier than I planned. This climb is longer than I wanted. But my help, my real help, comes from you. Let your breath return. Let your shoulders drop. Let your heart remember that you are not the one holding the world together. The Maker is with you. The Sustainer is near you. The Helper is carrying you. And no hill you face is higher than the God who walks beside you and watches over you and strengthens you with a love that never breaks. Lift your eyes and let your soul rise with them. Amen.